Good morning. Today, I want us to talk about the nexus between your kidneys, your liver, and your lungs in relation to your blood pressure control. Now, there is something called the RAAS system. RAAS, RAAS, stands for renin angiotensin aldosterone system. Now, this system, or what we call the RAAS system, is triggered by a drop in blood pressure. So when there's a drop in your blood pressure, your kidneys will be triggered to release an hormone called renin, while your liver will release what we call angiotensinogen. Now, when this angiotensinogen is released into your blood system, it's converted automatically into what we call angiotensin 1. Your lungs continuously releases an enzyme called ACE, that is angiotensin converting enzyme, which now converts this angiotensin 1 into angiotensin 2. Now this angiotensin 2 is very important in your body because it has two mechanisms that now will institute to control your blood pressure. One, angiotensin 2 will either cause what we call vasoconstriction. Vasoconstriction is narrowing of your blood vessels. So when there is narrowing of your blood vessels, definitely there is an increase in blood pressure because the thinner the pipe, the higher the pressure, and the wider the pipe, the lower the pressure. So when it causes vasoconstriction, it means there is high pressure. So it will raise your pressure when you have a low pressure. Or alternatively, this angiotensin 2 will trigger release of what we call a hormone called aldosterone. Aldosterone is released from adrenal glands. Now, aldosterone has two mechanisms of action. Aldosterone will either cause what we call sodium and water. Actually, sorry, aldosterone now will cause sodium and water retention. And you know, when you have sodium and water in your system, it means automatically your blood pressure is boosted. This explains the fact that you'll realize that people who have liver disease will at some point develop hypertension, or people who are chronic hypertension, that is chronic high blood pressure, will at some point develop liver issues, or what we call pulmonary hypertension. Pulmonary, when we talk about pulmonary, we mean your lungs. Now you see there is a nexus between your lungs, your liver, and your kidneys in regards to your blood pressure. So every time that you have your blood pressure checked and managed, remember you're also managing the health of your liver, the health of your lungs, and your general body health. In our next video, I'll talk about the importance of water, which is a very important thing apart from using it to cook and wash. And I'll tell you how you're harming your body. I've seen these bottles that are calibrated at 10 p.m. You're supposed to take the water until here, 11 p.m., 12 p.m., 2 p.m. It's a bad practice, by the way, but somehow it's good. But I'll explain to you in our next video. And then I'll also debunk this narrative that we've been told since time immemorial. When you are diagnosed with blood pressure, somebody tells you, avoid salt. Before I do the next video, I'll tell you, do as much salt as possible. Nobody should tell you that the salt should be cooked or not cooked or whatever, anything about salt, unless if you are diagnosed with stage 3 or 4 chronic kidney disease. That is when your doctor will tell you to avoid salt. But in case of any blood pressure minus any kidney disease, take as much salt as possible. In fact, in the water that you take daily, add some salt, stir, and drink.